Diddy versus Cassie. Texts tell a different story. It weather was hot and cold in court today as the love chat between Cassie and Diddy was read. Is it love or lust? We will find out as I read the chat in detail to you. Alright, let's dive into the gripping developments from day 4 of the legal proceedings involving Sean Diddy Combs and Cassandra Cassie Ventura. It appears the defense team mounted a vigorous cross-examination, aiming to reshape the narrative presented thus far. Defense aims to shift the spotlight in Diddy-Cassie legal battle. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation as Cassie Ventura took the stand, her presence striking in a trench coat, thigh-high boots, and a sleek ponytail. However, the atmosphere quickly turned intense as Diddy's legal team launched into their cross-examination, seemingly intent on presenting a different perspective on the dynamic between the two. The defense began by probing the nature of Cassie's feelings for Mr. Combs. Defense: you really liked Sean and knew how special you were to him, right? Cassie: sometimes I knew. Defense: you get jealous when he likes other people. Cassie: I do get jealous. Defense: you always keep coming back. Cassie: no, we kept getting back together. What followed was the introduction of a series of text message exchanges, presented as exhibits by the defense. These messages appeared to showcase moments of mutual affection and desire between Ms. Ventura and Mr. Combs, a stark contrast to some of the previous testimony. Exhibit A: Affectionate exchanges. One text thread displayed on the courtroom monitors read, Diddy: it made me so happy that you'd come to Atlanta to see me. I'm such a lucky man. Cassie: I'm such a lucky woman. I'd fly wherever you need me to. Love, Cass. The defense highlighted that while previous presentations in court had included text messages detailing alleged misconduct, these exchanges painted a picture of a seemingly loving relationship. Further texts were presented. Diddy: I love you so much it makes me cry. Cassie: are you hungry, Papa? Diddy: no. Cassie: no problem, let me know. Diddy: I love you so much it consumes my life. I love how you love me. The defense suggested that these messages indicated a positive connection between the two. When questioned, Cassie acknowledged Mr. Combs' charisma and larger-than-life personality, noting that everyone loves him. Exhibit B: Exploring intimate aspects. The cross-examination then delved into more intimate territory, with the presentation of text messages discussing private encounters. Diddy: I miss you. When do you want a private time? Cassie: I'm always ready for private time. This appeared to directly contradict earlier statements where Ms. Ventura suggested these encounters were unwanted. The exchange continued. Diddy: when do you want to do the private time? The defense seemed to use these texts to challenge the narrative that Ms. Ventura was solely subjected to Mr. Combs' desires. Further text messages introduced the involvement of another individual. Diddy: well, I wish I could get Jules the acquaintance here. We've got to include him. Do you want to call him? Cassie replied, yes, I can. This raised questions about the dynamics of their private interactions. Adding another layer, the defense presented a message initiated by Ms. Ventura. Cassie: I can't wait to see someone's physique. I want it to be really hot and intense. Mr. Combs responded, I can't wait to watch you. The exchanges grew increasingly explicit. Cassie: I can't wait to have my body parked behind my head to feel some intimate touch tease my private area. Sources within the courtroom noted a visible reaction from Ms. Ventura's husband, Alex Fine, who was reportedly present. The defense appeared to be suggesting a level of enthusiasm and initiative from Ms. Ventura in these private matters that might differ from the picture previously painted. The cross-examination continued with another text exchange. Diddy: what are you thinking about? Cassie: I'm thinking about engaging in a sexual act from the base to the head and let it reach the back of my throat. The defense seemed to be using these messages to argue that some of the intimate activities were at Ms. Ventura's request or involved her active participation. Another exhibit showed Mr. Combs saying he was desirous, to which Ms. Ventura replied, I was just about to say that. I'll just set everything up, referring to private time. Furthermore, the defense presented a text suggesting Ms. Ventura also documented their private moments. Cassie: I just deleted our little private video off my camera. It was so good. I'ma do it again. When questioned about this video, Ms. Ventura reportedly stated she didn't know what video she was referring to. Focus on the official girl narrative. The defense also shifted focus to the period before their relationship became public, highlighting Ms. Ventura's desire for a more defined status. An exhibit showed Ms. Ventura texting Mr. Combs, what about me? We're 7 years in this, but I'm nothing but the fun girl. This suggested that Ms. Ventura's dissatisfaction stemmed, at least in part, from not being acknowledged as his official partner and not being included in family events, rather than solely from the intimate aspects of their relationship. The defense implied that her initial feelings about their private encounters might have been intertwined with her desire for a more traditional romantic relationship. The defense also brought up Ms. Ventura's relationships before Mr. Combs, specifically her relationship with rapper and producer Ryan Leslie. They established that Mr. Leslie was 28 and Ms. Ventura was 18 when they began dating, who initially introduced her to Mr. Combs. The defense further suggested that Ms. Ventura had ended her relationship with Mr. Leslie to be with Mr. Combs. To illustrate this, they presented a scenario where Mr. Combs allegedly wanted to take Ms. Ventura out of town, and they created a fake flyer suggesting she was booked for a club appearance in Miami so that Mr. Leslie would believe it was work. The defense then pointed to a tattoo on Ms. Ventura's forearm. Defense: what does the tattoo on your forearm say? Cassie: no regrets. The defense revealed that the tattoo was Mr. Leslie's name, suggesting that the phrase "no regrets" might encompass her decision to leave that relationship. They then presented a letter Ms. Ventura reportedly wrote to Mr. Combs. "I'm sneaky. I feel like I move on very quickly. I'm not just a good person. I'm just happy that you love me." Defense: why did you call yourself sneaky? Is it because you were unfaithful? Cassie: it could be. Addressing allegations of misconduct. The cross-examination also touched upon Ms. Ventura's previous claims about unwanted intimate encounters, including during her menstrual cycle. She had reportedly texted Mr. Combs, "I think about you intimately inside of me." Diddy: when are you done with your period? Cassie: I'm planning to skip the period. Let's get into the private time. The defense used this to suggest that Ms. Ventura was a willing participant in intimate activities, even during that time. The phrase "skip the period" was interpreted by some as an indication of her eagerness. Furthermore, the defense explored the topic of other individuals being present during intimate encounters, which Ms. Ventura had previously described. Cassie: I'm starting to have fantasies more about girls. The defense noted that Mr. Combs allegedly facilitated these requests. Defense attorney: does any of the employees know about the private time? Cassie: she said they didn't. The defense seemed to use this to challenge the racketeering allegations, suggesting that these were private matters between consenting adults. A text message was shown where Ms. Ventura stated she had so much fun during one such private encounter. The defense also mentioned that many of her messages were too explicit to be read aloud in court. Regarding Ms. Ventura's claim of experiencing mouth sores allegedly due to oral acts, the defense presented a text where she reportedly apologized to Mr. Combs for it, without a clear explanation for the apology. The defense concluded by presenting a message where Ms. Ventura told Mr. Combs that his words inspired her and that he was a great guy. The defense attorney summarized their perspective, stating that everyone knew Mr. Combs had struggled with substance use and that their relationship could be characterized by two individuals who were freaky, jealous, and high, suggesting that substance use and withdrawal might have contributed to any toxicity in their relationship. Sources reported that Mr. Combs and his sons exchanged what appeared to be pleased glances during this portion of the cross-examination. This intense day 4 of the legal proceedings has undoubtedly introduced new complexities to the narrative, with the defense presenting a wealth of text messages and historical context seemingly aimed at challenging Ms. Ventura's portrayal of their relationship. The implications of these revelations remain to be seen as the proceedings continue.